orca come into Puget Sound. But with more people living here than ever before, they are facing more vessels out on the water.
Well, tonight there's some new technology that could help ships and ferries navigate around them, reduce the chances of a ship hitting a whale. Simone Del Rosario here with how Washington State Ferries is taking the first step.
So vessels are one of the main threats to our critically endangered southern resident orcas, not just in terms of disturbance, but also in terms of a catastrophic ship strike. Creators are hoping that a simple smartphone app can help prevent that, helping ferries and massive ships steer clear of whales. So this week, Washington State Ferries will be the first to use the WhaleReport Alert System throughout the Puget Sound. We know how important this can be. Just this summer, a ferry hit and likely killed this young humpback whale right here in Seattle. Now, despite the fact that employees are on board ferries looking out for these whales. This was a very rare strike. Passengers reported seeing the humpback surface just feet in front of this ferry. It may have been unavoidable, but there's always more that ferries can do as they navigate a Puget Sound that's full of whales.
I think we need as many tools as we can have reasonably. This will be used and hopefully can avoid something that was unavoidable last time.
So Washington State Ferries plans to use it fleet-wide starting this week. The app creators at Oceanwise tell me they're also hoping that Port of Seattle and the U.S. Navy will jump on board.
Well, it's safe to say many of us have a lot of apps on our phones.
Right.
So how does
Just
this
download
work?
one more.
Right.
So for people like ferry captains and ship captains, they're actually going to be able to get an alert if they're traveling down throughout the Puget Sound and there is a whale sighting in that area. Of course, it only works if people actually report whale sightings. Anyone can do that, Jamie said. Tons of apps right here on your smartphone. Just download the WhaleReport app. You can create a new report in there. You select the species of the whale or another type of marine mammal. You add a photo, any other helpful information, and also that app will help tag your location to exactly where that whale is. So this is actually what employees of the ferry will see, a map with that specific information on whale sightings that you reported. As I said, anyone can report, but only commercial maritime vessels like ferries and ships can see these results.
We don't want to tell a bunch of people where the whales are, and then there's more vessel pressure on these whales, which is kind of the exact opposite of our intentions. So that's why it's just for commercial mariners.
I mean, commercial mariners, these huge boats out there, it's very hard to see these whales. The hope is that it's going to prevent accidents like this, when an endangered southern resident orca known as Double Stuff died from injuries from a ship strike back in 2016. Now, it's not the only app in town. The Pacific Whale Watch Association has a sophisticated sighting app for its captains. I just spoke to them today. They tell me, look, it's private, but they are discussing sharing those sightings with maritime, military, and research boats. And safe to say, they don't just keep those sightings all to themselves. When I talked to Oceanwise, who's creating this app for the ferries, they said 30% of their sightings actually come from whale watch captains. So they are spreading the news out there to help protect all of these whales.
All right. Well, they keep coming up with solutions because we know they're in very dangerous situation right now. Simone, thank you. We were treated to some magnificent clear skies throughout the region.